First, let us check how to create a simple macro function. For that, I am taking the menu option tools and selecting the option macros. Then organize macros, then OpenOffice Basic. This will open a dialog box like this. Here you can see the name of the file in which we are working now, that is Untitled1. If I am clicking this plus sign, you can see the library, that is standard library under that. Again, I am clicking the plus sign on the left side of standard library. So you can see there is nothing under that. So under this, I would like to create a module. For that, I am clicking this icon organizer. Then I am going to click new. A new module, that is module 1 is created. You can rename if you want, but I would like to give module 1 itself. After that, I am clicking OK. Now you can see that under standard library, module 1 is added. So in this module, I would like to create the function for macro. For that, I am clicking edit button. This will open a window like this. Here you can see 3 lines of code. So we are going to type our function under this. For that, I am pressing enter and writing the keyword for function, that is function itself, then leaving a space and typing my new function's name. My target is to print a small message. For that, I am giving the function name as MSG, then opening the bracket and closing the bracket. This is the syntax of writing function. In the next line, I would like to assign a value into my function. For that, I am typing the name of my function, that is MSG. After that, I am putting the assignment operator, that is equal to. Then I am assigning a value inside that. Since I am assigning a text value, I am typing that message inside a double inverted comma. So this is the message I want to get when I am calling this function, that is MSG. So in order to close this function, I am typing the keyword end function. Once you finish, you can try this newly created function in your calc sheet. So that I am taking the calc sheet and here I am typing the newly created function, that is MSG, open the bracket, close the bracket. Once you finish, you can click accept. So now you can see that the message came here. So the same function you can try in other sheets also. For that, I am going to sheet 3. I am typing, that is MSG, open the bracket, close the bracket and press enter. Here also you can see the message which we have assigned to this particular function. In this way, we can create simple functions using macros in OpenOffice Calc. Now we are going to try little more elaborate form of macro. That is, we are going to passing some arguments in macro. For that, I have created 2 sheets like this. In the first sheet, you can see the marks of student Tom Jones, and in second sheet, you can see the mark of student Somu MS. And our first target is to find the percentage using a function in macro. For that, once again, I am selecting the option tools and selecting sub-option macros, organize macros and OpenOffice Basic. So our already created module is there. So once again, I am selecting module 1 and clicking edit. So you can see already created function MSG. So after this, I am going to create my next function. So I am again typing the keyword function. Now I am going to give a name for my function PER, opening the bracket, closing the bracket. Now inside this bracket, I would like to pass 2 arguments. So 2 arguments I am going to mention with 2 variables, that is A, comma, B. So I want to find out percentage. Percentage means obtained mark of the student by maximum mark into 100. Here I am assuming A as the obtained mark of the student and B as the maximum mark of the student. I am going to write the next line of code, that is function name PER, then assignment operator is equal to. Now I am going to mention how should I do the calculation with these variables A and B. So obtained mark of the student is A divided by maximum mark of the student is in the variable B into 100 in order to make this one into percentage. Once you finish, in the next line you can write the ending code, that is end function. In this way, our second function is also ready. The name of the function is PER. Then we are going to pass two arguments along with this. Once again, taking calc, and I am keeping the cursor in the cell address of E3. So here I am typing the newly created function is equal to PER, opening the bracket and closing the bracket, but we have to pass the argument. For that I am keeping the cursor in the middle and selecting my first argument, that is obtained mark of the student. It is in the cell address C3 and we have to pass the next argument. So in order to separate two arguments we are using semicolon. Now I am clicking the second argument, that is maximum mark of the student. Once we finish this much we can press accept. So you can see that the percentage came correctly. Now in order to apply this function to rest of the cell, I am just autofilling. So now you can see the percentage came. Same function I would like to apply in sheet 1 also. So I am taking sheet 1. I would like to try the same function, that is PER, and opening and closing the bracket. In the middle of the bracket I am keeping the cursor. So instead of cell address you can also pass the number. So here I am just passing the number. So first argument finish, I am putting the semicolon, then typing the second argument, that is 100. After that I am pressing accept. So in this way also you can find the percentage or you can pass the arguments. Next topic coming under macro is how to access a particular cell in all the worksheet inside a workbook. For that I am selecting macro, organize macro and OpenOffice Basic. So here already one module is there. I would like to create one more module. For that I am selecting organizer and selecting new and clicking OK. Now you can see that module 2 is created. In order to open this module 2, I am clicking edit. After these 3 lines of code, I am pasting this much code, and if you are looking at this code, you can see that the name of the function is sum cells all sheet, open the bracket, close the bracket, and after that keyword dim is used to define variables. And if you are looking at this line, you can see that this is the code for accessing the total number of worksheet inside a workbook. After that, for loop is opened in order to access the worksheet one by one. This line of code will access a particular cell inside a worksheet, and that cell is written here as A2. Here 0 means the first column and 1 means the second row. That means cell address A2. So this line of code will access A2 cell in all the worksheet and will do a calculation, and what calculation is mentioned here in this line, that is from A2 cell it will add the values and that value will be stored in the function sum cells all sheet. So we are going to try this one. For that I am just copying the function name. After that going to the calc sheet. Before trying the function, I am going to enter some values in cell address A2 of all the worksheet. So in sheet 1, I entered 20, and sheet 3, I am going to enter 30, and like that in sheet 3, I am going to enter value 50. You can try the new function in any cell, and the function which we are using is to access a particular cell from all the worksheet, and here the cell address is A2. Now I am typing is equal to and pasting the name of the function. Once you finish, you can click accept. Now you can see that 100. So it is the total of 20 from sheet 1, 30 from sheet 2 and 50 from sheet 3. In order to demonstrate macro, I have taken this mark list table. Here you can see that the students' names are not sorted alphabetically. So using macro, we are going to make this work automated. In order to start the recording of macro, I am going to the menu option tools and selecting macro. After that, record macro. Once you select it, this button will be placed here. That means your recording started. Now I am going to select the table along with the heading like this, and I am going to data, selecting sort. So this dialog box help you to select the column heading based on which you want to do the sorting. So I want to take name 2 as the column name, and I would like to sort it ascendingly, and after that I am clicking OK. So you can see that now the table sorted according to the student's name. Once you finish, you can click this button to stop recording of macro. So as soon as you select that, you have to give a name for the macro. This is the name of the calc sheet on which I am working now. So I would like to create a macro under that. For that, I am going to this option, new module. I am clicking module 2, OK. Then that module will be added like this. Now you can give a name for your macro, and here I am giving sort as the name and saving it. In that way, I have saved the macro. Now I would like to revert this table to the old condition, that is unsorted condition. So I am clicking undo. Now you can see that the table is in unsorted condition again. Now I would like to sort it using the macro. For that I am going to tools once again and selecting macros and selecting the sub option run macro. So this dialog box will open. Locate your macro. So my macro is under module 2 and sort is the name of my macro, and click run. Now you can see that once again this table is sorted based on student's name. So in this way we can automate our work using macro.